Hi everyone and welcome to this new channel. My name is Natoji and today this is a quick walk through your controller settings. Before we start, I am very grateful to all of you who subscribe to the channel. Come over, drop some likes and comments and questions and to engage with it. It has been just few weeks and this morning I woke up and I was very touched to find out I have over 50 subscribers now. So gratefully, thanks to all of you, and I will keep doing my best to provide you some short or long guide about the game. The aim here is really to help any type of player, either you are a F2P, whale, mini dolphin, to fasten your progression. And what I'm very excited about when I love a game like Guardian Tales, it's to really try to understand the developer's mindset, the gameplay mechanics, and try to make most out of it. So today, this is a very simple work through your controller settings because the reason is I found out very late about few custom options and I feel personally very dumb about it, but it actually helped me a lot because I play the game across different devices, hashtag iPad, iPhone, and also I find that just few options which help me to get a much smoother experience. The gameplay is already very fluid in Guardian Tales, but really it helped me to really feel much more comfortable for my arena, for my dungeons, and for my boss, my Reds boss, where you need to have a very precise positioning on your maps. So here, let's go with it. First, you will find in the option your controller settings aside of your general settings. The first option is the N type reversed. Very straightforward here. Most of the people, we have the D-pad on the left and on the right hand side, we have the action buttons. So here, I find it pretty cool that they offer the left-handed. I don't know many games or many players maybe who use it, but I find it pretty cool that they offer the option for left-handed players. So this is something maybe you can consider. Then after you have the D-pad type. So this is a very interesting one here. You have fixed and movable. So the D-pad fixed, as it said, is just fixed on your screen and you have to start to press on any arrow as you do intuitively to start to move into any direction. Now for the movable, you can actually start to press and activate anywhere on your screen. Let's say from the top, I press one and then after I activate and I can go and I can still move all around and it's very fancy, I feel like very creative, doing it right now. But there is one very major issue with the movable D-pad, and this is the tap movement. So what is the tap movement? Let's go quick to fixed. Here, if I want to go close to my scarecrow, I can, as you can see, I just tap on the direction just one or multiple times, and I can really get it very quickly in a specific spot if I want to. And this sounds very detailed, but actually when you're in a big boss raid fight arena or sometime you just want to be in and out at very specific location. So this is what I call tap movement. Now, if you want to do it with the movable, the issue is first you have to press, right? For the D-pad to be activated, and then after you have to swipe. So it's a very tiring process of, as you can see here, tap, swap, tap, swipe, tap, and it's just very tiring. So it looks pretty cool, guys, but I do not recommend later on. Personally, I found it, not very smooth and very clunky and very tiring for my fingers. Now, maybe you are playing it, but I do not recommend so. Here after you have the vibration, pretty straightforward. After you have the movement. So movement, normally it comes with 8 ways by default. The 8 ways are simple. This is top, bottom, left, right, and every single diagonal in between. This is the 8 ways. The 4 ways, it's just, the verticals and horizontals. However, I find this can be very helpful for some race where this is just corridor based and you don't want to get into any diagonal. It can somehow, help you just to stick on some very basic horizontal, vertical map and line. But overall, there is the whole range. and this is what I'm using because orange, it's a very smooth. There is no clinky. You can really, you can feel it if you try it. Go and try it, because maybe you didn't know, you didn't care, but just try it and you will not only feel, you will see the difference. Here, when I come back to 8-way, if I do a basic, it's still pretty square, you know, a bit clunky. And when you put on orange, then you have, you know, full smooth, very more precise in your movement. So this is one of the options which I tried very late a week ago, you know, after playing the game for its launch. So yeah, so this is something I highly recommend. Now let's go to the section where you can scale your D-pad and your action button and also set them up on the screen regarding the offset. So the scale is pretty straightforward. You can make it smaller, make it bigger. And actually this is very helpful for two reasons. First, depending the device and your hand size. You know, this can be very helpful just to avoid having too big, for example, action button. Here, for example, they are too big. I will need to stretch my thumb like crazy to get into my weapon skills, which gonna, you know, give me some very bad time for my hands and my thumbs later on. So this is the scale. You can, you know, scale them, enlarge the controls here if you want to. And then after the offset, help you just to set them up horizontally or vertically as based option on your screen. So anyway, I will recommend you first to place the offset, put your hands on the natural motion on your device and set correctly the offset to have them precisely under your thumb, naturally posed and put on your screen. And then after, you can play with the scale, make it bigger or smaller for the extent for the weapon skills. Now you have the transparency, pretty straightforward here. So you can play blind if you want, no control, it's here. But I don't know many people who, you know, who can do that. Overall, me, I put it full length. I'm a bit, yeah, I need some glasses to play sometimes. So anyway, me, I like it really to have my my settings here for the transparency. I need them full. But it's good because if you feel like it's too intrusive to your sight when you play the game or to the visual, you know, you can just lower down the transparency. And now finally, this will be my question for you guys. Game controller. I do not own a Xbox controller. I do not play actually games with a controller. However, I could mirror my device on my TV. So if any one of you has a great solution aside of the Xbox controller, you know, to play, to mirror on the TV, what do you use? And if you have any type of controller, some accessible, you know, solution to share with the community here in the comment section below, please feel free. It will be personally very helpful to me because I would like to try this. I never tried it actually, and I think it will be cool to have the game on the screen just for once and give it a go, you know, with some control setting. So please feel free to help me, help the community if you have any cool setup to share. So this is it for today. I hope this this video was informative, quite simple, but those little tricks, once again, really personally, that helped me a lot for the boss red and to feel just more smooth with my controller settings here in the game. If you feel it was informative for you, please drop a like. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. That makes me very happy and encourage me, you know, to build more videos for you guys. And as always, I wish you all to be safe, to be well, and until next, cheers.